Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Assalamu alaikum, which is Arabic for may peace be on you, which is the Islamic greeting, which is a Muslim greeting. Uh, I know, guys, this is something a little bit different for most of you who are subscribers to my YouTube channel and watch my videos, watch my clips. I know you may be thinking in your head right now, what? Rafi is giving a commentary? I am giving a commentary because I have a lot to say about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So, guys, Modern Warfare 2022 is right on the corner. From the time that I'm making this commentary, it's literally 4 days until we play the next Call of Duty game. Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. And I wanted to dedicate a whole video to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War because I have a lot to say about this game. Now, I have gameplay in the background for you guys because obviously I do not want you guys to stare at a blank screen when I'm giving my thoughts on Black Ops Cold War. I want you guys to just sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, grab some coffee, whatever it may be, lay down, sit down, and just enjoy what I have to say, or I hope you enjoy what I have to say about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And guys, since this is my first ever commentary, I would definitely like to request each and every single one of you, a humble request from me, that if you guys also feel that you guys can participate in the discussion, please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll definitely read it. I'll definitely try my best to reply. And if you guys feel like I have left out anything in this particular commentary, I sincerely apologize in advance. And because it's my first commentary, I never did this before. But if you guys feel like I have left out anything, or maybe there is another thing of Black Ops Cold War in which you specifically feel deserves recognition, then please also let me know down in the comment section. Now, guys, when it comes to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, one thing that I would like to say is that I played this game for 2 years straight. Call of Duty Vanguard was the Call of Duty which we received in the year 2021. And I wasn't really fond of Call of Duty Vanguard. I don't think Call of Duty Vanguard is a bad Call of Duty. I just feel like it had so much lackluster in it, in which it was just not enjoyable for me. And I know it was not enjoyable for many people, as a matter of fact. And people like me, I played not Black Ops Cold War. I played Call of Duty Vanguard the day it was released, and literally 4 hours or 6 hours of playtime the first day that it released, I immediately went back to Black Ops Cold War. Now, I would like to say that before Vanguard ever released, and when I first ever played the Vanguard beta, I knew from before that I was going to spend more time on Black Ops Cold War than I was going to spend time with Call of Duty Vanguard. I just didn't know that I was going to dislike Vanguard to such an extent in which I had moments in which I did not even touch Vanguard for 3 months, and then I thought to myself, you know what, it's been 3 months, let me go visit, see how Vanguard is doing, see what new maps they added, what new guns they added. But for me, after playing Black Ops Cold War, it was very hard for me to play Call of Duty Vanguard because, in my opinion, Black Ops Cold War is just so much better. And I know that what Call of Duty is better than what Call of Duty is a very subjective thing. You may think that Vanguard is better than Black Ops Cold War. There's people out there who think Modern Warfare 2019 is better than Black Ops Cold War. There's people out there who think Modern Warfare 2019 is the best Call of Duty game ever made. Although I disagree with that, and I have my reasons. I can make a whole commentary on that alone. We're not going to talk about that today. Today is about Black Ops Cold War because I have a lot of things to say about this game, man. I feel like, number one, I would like to mention that the CDO Pro, Optic Scumpy, he himself even said that Call of Duty Vanguard is a very Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Man, I said Vanguard so many times just a little while ago. It just slipped out of my mouth. But Scumpy said that Cold War is a very underrated game. It's a very underrated Call of Duty, and I absolutely agree with him. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I decided that my first ever commentary should be on Black Ops Cold War, because if I played this game for 2 complete years and I didn't even touch the present Call of Duty game, it really shows you how much I must have liked Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Because I'm sure if Cold War was not released and Modern Warfare 2019 was the COD immediately before Vanguard, I probably would have put much more time into Vanguard. I only have 5 days played on Vanguard. The lowest amount of time I've ever had in any Call of Duty game. Second is Black Ops 1. I only had 8 days played on Black Ops 1. But let us begin the discussion when it comes to Call of Duty Vanguard. Let us begin with the positives first. The positives is, ladies and gentlemen, is that I love how Black Ops Cold War, it gave that traditional Call of Duty feeling. And what I mean by that is that Modern Warfare 2019, don't get me wrong, I love Modern Warfare 2019. I'll probably say it's like my 4th favorite Call of Duty game, after Black Ops 2, Cold War, and then Modern Warfare 3. But just because I love a particular Call of Duty game, that means that I'm not going to be biased and not mention some negatives about it. Modern Warfare 2019, I appreciate how they used the new engine. They brought a new movement system. The gunplay felt very different from your traditional regular Call of Duty. And it was such an extent in which people even started to say that Modern Warfare was nothing but Battlefield with a little bit of Call of Duty mechanics. And I can see where people mean by that. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, it reminds me very much of the older Call of Duty games such as Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and Call of Duty Black Ops 2. The movement is simple, the gunfights are simple, the maps are traditional Call of Duty maps. Call of Duty is known to have 3-lane maps. Modern Warfare 2019 and Vanguard went away from that 3-lane map tradition, and Cold War brought that back for us. And the maps, in my opinion, were very good in this game. I probably only disliked 3 maps out of the what maps? What are like 24 maps that they have in this game? I only disliked 3 of them. And although there are some maps in which I would not like to play, I feel that, you know, if there was 2 options, I'll probably choose one map over that other map. For example, Checkmate. But at the end of the day, Checkmate is not a bad map. It just has a little bit of too many lanes and head glitches for people to just camp on. But other than that, I feel like Checkmate, it has its fun moments, you know. Checkmate has its fun moments. And Black Ops Cold War, because it kept everything simple, just like Exclusive Ace said in his video, what Black Ops Cold War did right, he said that Black Ops Cold War is far more Call of Duty what Modern Warfare 2019 will ever be. And I immediately understood what Exclusive Ace meant when he said that. The kill streaks in this game are amazing, in my opinion. The guns in this game are amazing. The maps in this game, most of them, in my opinion, are amazing. The flow of the gameplay, regardless of what game mode you play, whether it's team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, free-for-all, search and destroy, what is the other game mode that they brought in? Capture the flag. All of these game modes flowed very well in Black Ops Cold War. Unfortunately, I don't think many people could say the same thing for Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2019, me guys, I played domination and team deathmatch throughout, you know, my whole Call of Duty inverted commas career. But Modern Warfare 2019, team deathmatch and domination in that game is just so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just slow pace, so campy. I literally mained hardpoint throughout Modern Warfare 2019 because hardpoint, it forced people to actually move around the map in that game. But in my opinion, I feel like, you know, in order for something to be a great Call of Duty game, it shouldn't matter regardless what game mode you choose to play. Every game mode should flow well. Unfortunately, we cannot say that about Modern Warfare 2019. But Black Ops Cold War, I never had an issue with that. Domination flowed well. Fast-paced action. Team Deathmatch flowed well. Fast-paced action. Hardpoint flowed well. Fast-paced action. Free-for-all flowed well. Fast-paced action. I prefer fast-paced gameplay. I prefer a gameplay in which is fast-paced. People are moving around the map, not just, head glitching with their gun mounted on the wall. And Black Ops Cold War eliminated all of that. There was no mounting in Cold War, there was no leaning, but most importantly, Cold War had Ninja as a perk. We always had Dead Silence as a perk in Call of Duty. It was like one of the staples to a Call of Duty game. But Modern Warfare 2019 was the first Call of Duty game which took that away from us. And because they took Dead Silence away from us, we had to adjust our whole playstyle sometimes. People would not move until the Dead Silence field upgrade was charged up. With Black Ops Cold War, we never had an issue with that. In Cold War, you have Ninja from the get-go. Not immediately from the get-go when you begin, level 1 in the game. But once you unlock the Ninja perk, there we go. You now have Ninja forever. You could now equip Ninja from point A all the way to point Z. You don't have to wait for no field upgrade in that. And because Cold War has brought Ninja as a perk, I feel like people moved around more in this Call of Duty game than Call of Duty Vanguard as well as Modern Warfare 2019. So simplicity is definitely one of the reasons why I really love Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War throughout its life cycle. Another thing that I really liked about Black Ops Cold War, ladies and gentlemen, is that Cold War returned, again, I know this is a little bit biased, but Cold War returned a lot of maps, brought back a lot of maps from my favorite Call of Duty game of all time, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Black Ops 4 seemed to have brought more Black Ops 1 maps, if I'm correct. I never played Black Ops 4, but seeing the map list, it seemed like they brought several maps back from Black Ops 1, and it seemed like with Black Ops Cold War, Treyarch took the turn to now bring maps back from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I never ever thought that I would ever play Slums or Standoff or Raid or Hijack, as you guys are seeing in the gameplay right now, ever again. And the reason is because, guys, I have not played Call of Duty for actually 8 years. The last Call of Duty which I played a lot was Black Ops 2, and I didn't like Ghost at all, and Ghost is literally what I call the one game that literally made me unintentionally quit Call of Duty. I didn't touch Call of Duty again until Modern Warfare 2019 was released. But even when I came back to Call of Duty after 8 years, never ever did I think to myself that I would ever be playing a Treyarch Call of Duty later on, and then again playing the maps that I loved from my favorite Call of Duty game of all time. And that was so dope. They brought back so many Black Ops 2 maps that it just felt like I was home. I consider, we all have those few little things in life in which we don't literally mean it's our home, but we use the word home to describe the feeling and the connection that we have with that particular thing, right? And for me, if I'm talking gaming wise, Cold War really made me feel like I was at home. Like, it really made me feel that I was back in 2012, 2013. It made me feel like I was that same 16-year-old kid who had the AN-94, best gun in Call of Duty history, by the way. The AN-94 with a suppressor in stock, booting up a game of domination or team deathmatch on Hijack, and just going completely ham. Or I'm trying to go ham, because sometimes you still have the, we all love our bad games. But Black Ops Cold War brought back so many of my favorite maps, and I'm always gonna be forever grateful to Treyarch for that, because hey man, if you haven't played Call of Duty for 8 years, and remember Modern Warfare 2019, I came back, right? Cold War came out approximately like 7 months afterwards, so you could basically say I didn't play a Treyarch Call of Duty game for 9 years. So after 9 years playing these maps again from the game which I love, amazing. Absolute W. Absolute W. Now, guys, when we speak about a good Call of Duty game, everyone has his or own opinion as to what makes a good Call of Duty game. You know, many people, believe it or not, they didn't like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War just because of the fact that Black Ops Cold War had a, I would say, weird score streak system. And I still feel that the score streak system to a certain extent was balanced. For example, like you literally need 11 kills in a row without dying in order to get a strafe run. You know, in order to get a strafe run, you still need 11 kills in a row. But I can understand some people who still were a little bit, you know, skeptical from the get-go when Cold War first released as to why would they have such a score streak system in which if you don't die, then you don't reset your streak upon death. And I'm on two sides with it. I feel like Treyarch in general, they balance out the score streak system, but at the same time I also do know that, you know, when you're playing games like Domination, for example, in the second half it can get annoying to deal with all of those score streaks. So that's one thing that I can say about the score streak system. I'm 50-50 on it, to be honest. I mean, me myself, I get my streaks actually going on kill streaks, but I did have those moments in which I would say an enemy was like 20 and 20, but he still managed to get like a napalm strike, and you know, unfortunately the napalm strike hits you. Damn. But yeah, the score streak system, generally I feel like if this game had a traditional score streak system from Black Ops 2, it, oh my goodness, man, this game would have been praised by a lot of people, and not just a little bit of the minority like me who played this game for 2 years straight. Now guys, coming to the negatives of Black Ops Cold War, the first thing that can come to my mind again is that I feel like Black Ops Cold War, when it first launched, what do we have? Only 8 maps? With Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3, we used to launch with Black Ops 1 and 2, we used to launch with like 15, 16 maps at launch. And when Cold War launched, we only had 8 maps. 8 6v6 maps. I feel like that was too little, and that threw a lot of people off from Black Ops Cold War, and especially because, you know, and every season took like 55-60 days, so it's like every 2 months you have to wait for like 3 new maps per season. But at the same time, they had the beginning of the season, and then they had the middle of the season, and a lot of the extra maps. I'm sorry, the word wasn't coming to my head. But a lot of the extra maps, it was released during the mid-season. And that was like another 35-day wait. So if you take into consideration, it felt like a 30-day wait. It felt like a 3-month wait just to get new maps. And that's a little bit harsh because we launched with 8. So they should have done a better job in making sure that they brought maps and extra new content in this game, you know, faster. I have several friends who were enjoying Cold War at first, but unfortunately I never got to play with them. For example, I never got to play Cold War with my friend Nefsty. But then I asked Nefsty, you know, what do you think of Cold War? And he actually enjoyed Cold War. He just said that they took a little bit too long to bring in some new content, and that threw him off. So, you know, that was one of the negatives of this game. I feel like that, you know, yes, we were in the middle of a pandemic, but at the same time, I feel like even if we were not in a pandemic, hypothetically speaking, let's say we were not in a pandemic, I think Cold War would have still launched with 8 maps, because Modern Warfare 2019 also did the same thing, and they didn't have a pandemic during the development of that game. We didn't have a pandemic during the development of that game. So I don't know if Call of Duty was trying some sort of new sort of launch content system, but apparently, clearly us, the community, do not like to have a Call of Duty game in which we only have 7 to 8 multiplayer maps at launch, especially because Call of Duty matches are not so long. They're like, if you play domination, 12 minutes. If you play team deathmatch, like 6 minutes. If you play free for all, like 4 minutes. Like, come on, man. It gets repetitive, if you have only 8 maps at launch. Another thing that I didn't really like about this game, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that I feel like I'm one of those people who I feel that if you get a nuke in any Call of Duty game, the nuke should be primarily from your own gun and not any kill streaks. In Black Ops Cold War, they introduced the death machine and the hand cannon later on during the game's life cycle in year one, but they had the war machine from the get-go, and now with all those three being in the game, death machine, hand cannon, and war machine, nukes are just way too easy in this game. It's like there's no feeling of accomplishment when you get a nuke in Cold War, because most of the people who play this game, they use those kill streaks to get their nukes. I never really saw satisfaction in that, and me personally, I just didn't think that was the right way to go. I feel like that it doesn't reward players the way how they should be rewarded. The hand cannon and the war machine could have been used for something else, but I don't know, man. That's a whole different discussion. I personally was not very fond of the hand cannon and war machine counting towards nukes, and I never got nuked in this game. But still, I got very close to getting nuked. I think someone, used the hand cannon and war machine against me, and I think he went on like a 28 gun streak. Oh, actually, I wouldn't say 28 gun streak. I would say probably he got 20 kills from the hand cannon and war machine alone. And yeah, I don't see where's the skill in that nuke wise. I really like the nuke system from Vanguard and then Modern Warfare 2019, in which you have to get the nuke only from your gun. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to make my first commentary so long, we could speak for the whole day about Black Ops Cold War, what it did right, what it did wrong. Another thing that I feel like Cold War did wrong is that, and again, guys, as much as I love Cold War, I have to admit facts. A fact is a fact. Cold War took a long time for, weapon adjustment. The LMGs were overpowered to the max for like 6 months. When the game first launched, all the way to like April, the LMGs were just absolutely insane. And then you have the snipers. They had no flinch whatsoever when Cold War first released. Now they have some sort of flinch. Obviously it's been 2 years since Cold War has been out, so all the patches and updates have gone through. But Black Ops Cold War, man, when it first came out, I never got annoyed by snipers ever. In any Call of Duty game that I can remember from back in the day, I have never been so annoyed by snipers. But Cold War made it annoying for me. But at the same time, I have to admit, all of you snipers who are probably gonna watch this commentary, I admit, the sniping is fun in this game. The sniping is fun in this game. I picked up a sniper and hey, I hit some pretty decent shots. So, but still, like, hitting decent shots with a sniper and then you getting killed with a sniper is two totally different things. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know else what to say, because I gotta practice with this stuff, practice with my commentary. But I feel like I have mentioned at least the most important things regarding about my likes and dislikes with Black Ops Cold War. Definitely my second favorite Call of Duty of all time. And if any of you guys, find it a little bit strange, I humbly ask you, just please respect my opinion. And for me, personally is my second favorite Call of Duty after Black Ops 2. But guys, if you guys feel like I have missed out on anything else which was important when we discussed the Call of Duty, please participate with me in the discussion. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of what you guys thought of Black Ops Cold War throughout its life cycle. With that being said, I hope each and every single one of you have a great and amazing day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, which is Arabic for may the peace, mercy, and blessings of Almighty God be upon each and every single one of you. Peace.